We got a fun-filled show tonight.
I met a boy today.
It's your boy, Coach Career, the General. A60 Army.
She loving my style every time I'm
You ain't need more money, Tito. You could have just invited 6 or 8 you down to Nationals.
I'm around. She got me
When certain people don't get their way or they feel slighted, they feel like they have a right to call us and voice their opinion. You don't.
The hood, we locked the
Clear. I've never removed a staff to allow a staff to move up.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Now everybody's a personal trainer. We know who the originals are, but now if you look, you can find them in every town.
What up?
What's going on, player?
Chilling, man. Oh, let's get to sharing.
I was already on it, cuz.
So we're a little late, people, because just left a league meeting. A very informative league meeting, should I say. One that was very insightful. Central Connecticut Pop won a league meeting. It was definitely an informative league meeting, and I'll tell you.
Yeah, we're both roped up in those meetings now monthly. So Thursdays is always going to be a challenge once a month.
Yeah, but we'll be all right. We'll make sure we bring the info to the people. I'm on a lettuce diet for 8 hours, bro.
Good luck with that.
Oh, what up, O?
What O? My guy O?
Yeah.
Oh, what up, O?
Want to say congrats to my boy O. New gig. How's it treating you, O? Hey, you know,
What's up?
tonight's conversation is going to be very, very informative, and it's going to rile up a couple people. Not whether good or bad, it's definitely going to spark discussion. You know what I'm saying? All right, so the first one. Well, first of all, Tito, I see in the news a lady basketball coach got suspended. What was that about? Do you know what that's about?
I didn't even win today.
I saw it. Maybe I need to pull it up. I wanted to discuss it. I wasn't very knowledgeable, but I just was wondering. I saw a lady basketball coach. All right, so everybody out there, here's my question to everybody out there.
Well, you ain't even do the drop, bro. We ain't even do the intro.
I'm sorry, I'm running late. All right, let's get started. It's your boy PH the Prez, Mr. Above 140, and I'm here with my co-host.
It's your boy Coach Career, the General.
And we are back for another exciting episode. And y'all know one thing that y'all say whatever y'all want about us, but one thing y'all know is we tackle the subjects that no other youth football podcast talk about or youth talk about. We get raw and gritty and we rip the scabs off. Tonight we ripping scabs off, okay? I'm just gonna warn y'all. First subject. And look, if you out there and you're emotional, I'm gonna give you 16 seconds to turn off your computer and go do something else. Tito, should trainers wean, not weak? Let me correct that. Hold on. Should trainers, Tito, wean out youth that's paying for their services that they know will never play that position?
I believe they should, brother. I believe they should. It's a disservice. It's a disservice if you're a running backs coach and you got a kid that's 300 pounds there and probably won't project to being 5'8", 200 pounds. You know what I mean? At that point, you're just taking the people's money. And I believe that's criminal. Like for instance, I've been getting an indoor facility through friends of mine in Newington. I've been going there a couple times a week, obviously with Bell City, to make sure we're staying on track with practices and stuff because of all the weather situations and the field's not being ready. And I'm watching somebody we know, somebody I refer to as Richard Simmons, doing his little basketball, whatever he does, doing his basketball thing, bro. You should see what he's getting paid, whatever he's getting paid for an hour to do with these kids for a half hour. It's borderline criminal, bro. And people are throwing away thousands of dollars at this stuff to not get the service that you're supposed to be paying for. It's totally become like the Wild Wild West. Like we always talk about certain things being the Wild Wild West. That whole space is the Wild Wild West because it's absolutely, obviously there's money in it. We know sports. With one of the conversations we had a couple weeks, $25 billion, so whatever, 150, whatever, astronomical. But there's a lot of people, taking money off the backs of families that probably ain't got it to give it, but think that's what they're supposed to be doing. And you're not getting what you're paying for. You're just not. You're not getting what you're paying for because they're not being honest with you. Part of playing sports is you have to deal with honesty, accountability. Like when you're on a team and you want to be a productive member of a team, there's no lying your way into that. You get what I'm saying? You got to produce if you're doing it the right way. Now, we know all teams aren't created equally, but if you're doing it the right way, you got to be able to produce. I don't care how many trainers you go to. If you may not have that ability to do that. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing else you can do on the football field, but what I'm saying is at some point, people got to start being realistic with these people you're taking their money from. I shouldn't see 300-pound or 250-pound 12-year-old go getting running back. Like he's probably never going to be a running back, dog. Now, I'm not saying it can't happen. Kids change and things, but more than likely, moving up along the way in Connecticut.
It's called pedigree. We discuss it, and every time we discuss it, people call us up and they got attitudes with us, right? When we start talking about, like me and you talking about it one day, Booker family. I don't think people that don't know the Booker family probably don't realize how big his father is.
Well, his father, his uncle was an NFL player.
Like you can look at his dad and know this guy used to do something back in the day. Like his family played a sport.
So
like they're not like the size of my family.
Again, I don't think a lot of people realize what true Division I athletes look like. They look abnormal. When you see these people in public, they're not normal looking. They're not normal looking. I mean, size-wise, they're not. Not that they look abnormal.
Cheeto. Why shouldn't he take their money? She's willing to pay. He's trying to make a living.
That's the flip side.
He just takes his money and teach this kid running back who's probably going to guard. My thing is to take.
I think it's disingenuous.
The point. My thing is trainers need to shut up to you football coaches. Don't talk to us. Look, I'm open to a trainer telling me what he's doing and about my player, but no trainer should go to you football coach and say, yo, this kid should be playing running back. That should never happen. It's disingenuous, number one. Number two, now you're putting a battery in these people's family that maybe this could be, when in reality, it can't be. Like some of us that really lived in this space, like be in the space, and sports has been my life. We've seen it before. You get out. I'm telling you, if I'm telling you, you got I'm not saying it to be. I'm not saying it to be malicious. I'm not saying it. I'm telling you, the odds are he's not going to be. So this is what there's other spots on the football field where you could be a star. People need to accept the accountability of, listen, I may not be the guy on this team. That don't mean I might not never be the guy. It's just not happening this year. We've lost that. We've lost that because we're in the instant gratification era. We've lost that, period. I don't think people understand that when you've been doing it for 20 years, you know when you see somebody that's special. Like when I saw Ellis Robinson III play football, I knew instantly this kid is nothing like I've ever seen. Or again, we're talking about the ones he said, right?
We're talking
Like,
about a 1%er. We're talking about a
I
1%er.
saw a kid do something that I've never seen done before. So much so, Tito, you guys' father, I started calling him, I think at 10 years old, the savior. Like, he just used to save the Hartford Hurricanes in football games. And look, the team was good, but he used to do stuff that I just couldn't explain it to you, Tito. Like, if you wasn't there, I would not even be able to explain it to you. And so I think that, like, people have to understand, what about this, Tito? Do you think parents, and I'm being serious to all of you football coaches out there, I want to know what y'all think. Before a parent sign up to a trainer, if a kid is like a 9, 10, maybe 11 years old, and especially the single mom, not the dads that's locked in with youth football, but for a lot of the single parents out there, moms, or the dads that's not locked in with youth football, I'm trying to think about how we correct this. Should they be tapping in with their youth football coach that's been doing it for a while and asking them, listen, I'm thinking about taking my son to a runner's back coach. Like, would you be honest with that mom and say, ma'am?
Me personally, I'm honest.
He's not going to be a running back.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, because that's what has to happen. We in our youth football community got to step up and advise our parents, say, listen, your son is 6'8", 300 pounds. Stop bringing him he's going to be on the line. Stop bringing him to the running back coach. Bring him to a trainer that's going to teach him how to block. Teach him how to get in the three-point stance and how to get out of that three-point stance.
I'm going to answer Amy's question here. What do you think makes a special player? Me, it has nothing to do with ability, what I'm going to tell you. It has nothing to do with ability. What it's going to have to do with, to me, is commitment level, practice habits, attitude. Like, those three things. If we got those three things, if he's got those three things, I could get him to the next part of it.
I'll tell you, Amy, those are cool, but I know it when I see it. I've seen players on the football field that was just different. It absolutely, for me, has something to do with how the kid plays. I know when I saw Ellis at 11 years old, and he can go and shut down one whole half of the field by himself at 11 years old. That's not something that nobody does when you don't need a safety anytime this kid is on the field at 11, from nationals all the way to your first week local game. So I think it's twofold. I think he also had those skill sets that Tito talked about, but I'm gonna tell you what I do notice, and people might not like this. The ones that I've seen successful got two family households, Tito.
Oh, two-parent households.
The ones I've seen successful got a mom and a father, and they're locked into this thing together. Very rarely did I see single parents operate this thing and compete at a higher level, go to the D1s, etc. It happens. I'm not saying it don't happen. Don't start screaming at me. But very rarely do I see the single dad, single mom, child make it out. There's something about having both parents toggle that thing. If you look at all the ones that I know of personally, Marquise, Penn State, Ellis, look at Booker, look at, I know a lot more in our Hurricanes. I don't want to name all of them. They won't know them. Tyler Allen, Bryant College.
Those are the easy ones, yeah.
Most of them have a two-parent household. I don't know why
the one pro that I've had the luxury to coach, two-parent household. I've had one kid that's come through me that was a pro, two-parent household.
And I don't know what the correlation is, but
his father was an Olympic gym coach. I mean, his father was an Olympic gym coach. You know what I'm saying? On the
absolutely
the national gym coaching staff.
But I'm just saying, man. I think
the trainers have in our space, especially, they're making it very hard for us. They're making it very hard for us, and I'm not saying it's all of them, but there's a lot of them out there, and you guys need to be aware of this, that are just taking your money, because some of these kids I'm saying they're going to be running backs and all of that, more than likely. And I know a thing or two of what I'm looking at. They are never going to be a running back in no system of football at no level of football. And these guys will just openly take your money. I've seen the quarterback trainers do it too. So it's not just the running back guys. I've seen the quarterback trainers do it too. I've seen, so much. The one thing I can say about the big guys that do it, they're usually like big guys is tough to you can't lie to them because you know what a next level lineman looks like. There's a size you can't fake it as much over there. You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
But with the skill positions, you can fake it. And there's a lot of dudes out there just taking your money. Now, there is some reputable trainers that I know that were in this before this whole wave of thing. Like there's two of them specifically that I talk about. One out in that Trumbull area, a gentleman I know been doing it as long as I've been in the business and probably before because he's much older than me. And then next dude I went to high school with, Dan Lewinson, Next Level, I believe it's called. Him and Jason Davis. They were in that space before the wave of all of this stuff has happened. You know what I'm saying? Long before it got popular to do it. And in both those guys' cases, I know they got the education and the certifications and the body of work and the field studies to test the shit that they're talking. You know what I'm saying? And I know a couple of them dudes would be they're not going to take a 300-pound kid at running back training. They're not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they're not. I'm positive they're not going to do it.
Ernest, I agree with you. I think it's not that what I'm saying is different than what Tito's saying. Honestly, those special kids are holistic. And the linemen, let's be honest, sometimes they're like the eighth wonder of the world in youth football. Like you see them and you know they're not normal. And let's be honest, you'll see a million kids, Tito, that can run a jet sweep. You don't when you see that kid, Tito, and he's 6'1", 215 pounds at 12, 11U, the kid that's not, God has did something different with this kid. Because you can teach the kid, Tito, that's semi-fast to run a jet sweep, but people can't do what this kid can do.
No.
And for me, linemen, that's why to me, linemen are different. But I agree with Ernest with the athletes that's in the pool of all the players that's average size. It's just something different than the other kids that you recognize. And unless you've been doing this for some time, and maybe there's a lot of new coaches that can I seem to be able to recognize, wow, this kid is special. He's different than a lot of other kids. And all the time, that kid isn't the best kid right away, but you can definitely recognize different. But Tito, let's get the resolution. How do we solve that problem?
I don't know if there's no solving, because here's the thing. You'll get, some of us are going to be totally honest with these people, and you know what happens when people don't like the honest truth. They take their kid and leaves, and I don't know if that's going to solve the issue. All you could do as a program director, head coach, or whatever, is just stay true to your morals and principles and be honest with yourself and be honest with them.
How do we resolve in the youth football community, helping our parents, helping our community not waste thousands of dollars on trainers that's, got a 250
it starts
pound,
like John Brown said.
Crossovers.
I know John Brown. A lot of people think he's radical, but a lot of what's going on with this training, and I'm telling you, I'm watching a dude getting away with highway robbery in Newington right now. Part of your job as a parent, if you're trying to guide your son to the next level, is you're going to have to make the sacrifices necessary to figure out how to put your son in better position, even if it means training him yourself. You have to do it yourself. There's enough information out there on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, any endeavor you want to get into, any human performance thing you want to get into, you can find the knowledge necessary to make your athlete a better athlete. You can't be lazy about it. You're going to have to take matters in your own hands and train your sons or train your daughters.
And tell you in a layman's term what Tito was saying. Educate yourself so that you're making proper decisions on your child. Do the stuff that you think you can do. And when you can't do it and you need a trainer, if you're educated properly, you'll make the right decision on trainers. You'll instantly recognize when a trainer ain't doing what they're supposed to do. You'll instantly recognize, what the hell is this guy doing? I just did that myself at the park. I didn't pay you for that. I do that. I need level 4, 5, 6. I went to level 1 through 3, right? And so but when you're not educated, or you just forced to drop your kid off and you too busy because you want to be in the car on the phone, you're not recognizing that $75 a session. Your kid is absolutely not learning anything.
Doing nothing.
And you're giving money away. But when you're educated about a sport, I'm going to tell you something right now. 90%, and I'm going to give us you football coaches a thing, 90% of football, youth football coaching dads, youth football coaching dads, the one that get accused of daddy ball, 90% of them probably can recognize if they brought their kid to another program, if they're wasting their time with that program on the first practice season.
Absolutely.
I can bring my child, and I don't got no son, so this is hypothetical. I would be able to bring my child to any practice in America and watch one practice and find out if this is a place I want my child, or if I need to ask a couple questions about this program, right? Like it may, if I bring them to Bell City and Tito get there and run plays for 3 hours, I'm never coming back. Never coming back. You're never going to make my child better. My child's just going to know your plays, but he's not going to be a better football player. He's going to know exactly what you want him to do, but he's not going to get better. And so, like, and same thing with basketball, right? If my child can't dribble, I want to know what techniques are you working on to get him or her to have better hand-eye coordination.
Hey, I'm going to tie this into your AI thing where I tell you why I hate it. We live in an era now that you could be whatever you want to be with no credentials. Like, you could make yourself be whatever you want to be. Like, you could make it appear to be. You can make it appear to be, and then create these avenues to gain revenue, absolutely teaching nothing of substance. That's the problem, dog. Nothing
but I
of substance.
disagree that AI is that issue. I disagree.
It's part of it.
I don't. I love AI. I tell everybody that. I say that all the time in my PhD class. I love AI, and I'm gonna tell you why. One, it saves a lot of people a lot of money. That's number one, me particularly. But here's the thing about AI. AI is stupid. Too many people out there think AI is smart. AI is stupid. Now, I want everybody out there to think about, what if somebody did exactly what you say? Now, I don't want you to think more than what I'm saying. AI does exactly what you tell it to do. Now, you said something, Tito. They can act like there's something they're not. AI don't allow you to act like you're something you're not. Because AI, in order for you to really utilize AI to its full potential, you have to 100% be able to tell AI exactly the input. You got to input the data and tell it exactly the outcome that you do. So you know what you actually got to do, Tito? You actually have to learn a new skill. Learning AI is a whole new skill. I taught myself how to make AI videos, right? I didn't do anything like you said, Tito. I jumped on YouTube. I taught myself how to do AI videos. But let's back it up, Tito. AI is the reason so many parents are falling victim. I'm going to tell you why. Because they won't go get educated on the sport. They're easily duped. When you're educated on AI, you're not so easily duped when something's AI. Like, I can watch a video. I can tell you if it's AI, Tito. I can literally watch a video.
I'll be seeing some things. I'll be seeing some things. I'll be seeing.
You have to be knowledgeable on AI. Like, there's emails you can read and generated papers you can read that AI have cues. Now, I know this because I'm taking AI educational classes and I'm educating myself on AI, right? And so I pick up on AI has a way of writing, because remember, AI isn't smart. It's actually dumb. AI will do what you tell it to do. For instance, if I did a flyer, if I said, hey, take this flyer and put Bell City on it, it doesn't know that Bell City youth football. It doesn't know that Tito runs Bell City. It don't know your colors. They don't know nothing. It'll just put Bell City there. But now if I tell it, make it purple and gray, put Bell City and talk about the city of Bristol. Registration is open from this day to this day. Here are the ages. It's so much more you have to do with educating yourself. And I think just like we got to become educated in AI, parents need to become educated in the sport. It all falls down, Tito, to educating yourself. All of it.
Well, you got to
Regardless
educate.
of being duped, regardless of acting like you not, eventually, Tito, all of the trainer acting like, listen, if you train my kid for 4 years, Tito, eventually you're going to say, damn, my son ain't scored 2 points and no AAU game in the last 4 years and Phil been training him. Now, if Tito isn't educated, it shouldn't even get to 4 years. But Tito, if you just dropping him off and leaving and your son's still at 2 points 3 years later, maybe you should switch trainers. So yes, you can front.
My point is they confront.
But websites allowed you to do that,
Right.
Tito. Websites allow
Yeah,
bogus companies to look official. You build a nice website in Wix, you put it up, people start buying stuff from you, and you just never send them their product and robbed everybody. That happened when websites came out.
Again, I
Right?
just think it's
You
all
build a
part,
web page.
it's all part of the same problem, and we're going to continue to have the same problem with delusional parents and delusional kids. Parents be delusional about their kids' ability. They do, and then when they hear the truth, they got a problem with you because this cat's over here taking their money, telling them a complete false lie, and then we're forced to tell them the truth, but then we're the bad guys. So I don't know if there's any correcting it, is my point.
It has to be. It has to be. And parents out there, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. I don't know every program, Tito, and we know you say it all the time. There's a lot of low frequency guys in our space, but at the end of the day, Tito, a lot of the guys that we do a lot of the guys we know do volunteer time, and they've been putting in work for a long time. I would ask parents to do me a favor. If you're not knowledgeable, and look, you can pound your chest and say I'm knowledgeable and do it yourself, cool. But if you really don't know or you really don't have the knowledge, please reach out to a coach that you trust and say, listen, I'm thinking about putting my player, my son or daughter, etc., with this trainer to learn this skill-specific thing. If your coach is real, he'll tell you, look, I'm going to be honest, I don't think your son's going to be a wide receiver. He's 5'5", and he weighs about 200 pounds, but you can put him with that lineman coach. It's this great lineman coach over there. I think he'll learn how to, block. I think he'll learn how to get in the proper stance. I think he'll learn all the proper techniques to be a defensive lineman or offensive lineman, et cetera, et cetera. That's the way to correct it, Tito. The parents that lack education, whenever you lack education, what do you need? Someone to educate you. That's what you need. At the end of the day, you need someone to educate you. And so the parents need someone to educate them. That's how you correct it. Parents start going to people that's educated. Start listening to our show. We give a lot of gems, even though people try to act like we don't. We give a lot of gems to parents and try to tell them how to navigate the space.
Here's another problem, and I meant to tell you this. I wanted this to be a topic because obviously in the spring, there's not as many teams, so you come across kids that you normally wouldn't see in the fall. So obviously starting a new program here in the area where I'm currently at, we're getting a lot of kids from places that's from the untapped market. The one thing that I could absolutely see the difference is the kids that play in the fall and more of the travel circuit, what we're involved in, compared to the kids that play in independent leagues. There's a clear difference in talent. I'm not saying who's better football players. I'm just saying a raw ability. There's a clear difference from what I'm seeing. And that I don't know if that helps for Hurst kids.
Explain it deeper. I mean,
like
I'm ripping the tab off and say it, bro. What are you saying? Like, are they more talented? Less talented?
I'm just saying that the kids that are playing in the travel circuit in the fall, like Pop Warner, AY,
are they more skilled or less
athletic? More athletic. I'm not saying more skilled.
That's what I'm asking. Yeah, more
athletic. I'm just saying more athletic, more
Why
football.
Do you think that is,
more football. Hold on. More football. Just they move better football wise. Football is specific things you got to be good at. You got to be able to back. You got to be able to side run. You got to be able to do these things, and you got to be able to do them like now. You got to be able to burst and do them now. Stay in athletic position, power position, all of that. What I'm noticing from the kids that play in them independent leagues, like they're not quite as advanced, if that's the correct word, as far as they're not.
It's funny because Ty Carter actually argued exactly the opposite.
The opposite, I know, but I'm telling you what I'm seeing. Maybe I know the world we live in. You know, the world we live in is very different than that world. So I mean, I you know, so I see a difference. Now, I'm not saying they're not all as capable. I'm just saying you definitely see a difference in athletically. That's all I'm saying.
Interesting. I mean, you would know you're dealing with it right now.
From the draw I'm dealing with. Now, again, everybody's draw is different.
Yep. All right, next topic. We beat this with a dead horse. This is a spicy one, Tito. Let's say you have two programs merging. What should be the concessions and who should concede what? Now I'm gonna tell you what this is, where I'm going at. If I have a program here, and let's say they got a history, 40, 50 years. Let's call I want to use something that nobody got.
49ers.
UConn Huskies. So let's say I got the UConn Huskies here, and they've been around 50 years, but they ain't relevant no more. Then I got a program here that's been around 20 years, and they're popping. This program is bleeding. This program is popping, and it's time to have a discussion of a merger. I find a couple things that I think is disingenuous, and I'm going to talk about it. I don't think time matters anymore. With the popping up of new programs all around the nation, don't
social media
about legacy.
It'll take time.
We're in the era of fast, quick pace.
Instant gratification.
This shit is going to be, these youth football programs going to go long after you and I live and die, because you know what? People wanting to do right by their children. So forget about legacy. Your legacy is going to be built on the work that you do here, regardless under the name you do it. Phil Bryant will be known for what Phil Bryant does. I tell everybody, every day they live, they write the back of their obituary. That's just real, right? Your legacy is being written on your obituary based on the work that you do. Whether I do it in Bristol, Hartford, Manchester, it won't matter, Tito. When you're doing good work, you're doing good work. So what should be conceded? Like, I believe the stronger program should have to make less concessions. Well, let me tell you what I mean by stronger. If I got 8 teams and you got 3, Tito, number one, you should be talking about joining me. That's not a merger. That's not a merger.
Right. I think you would have to have, hold on. I think in a true merger, like only way a true merger can happen is if you're both coming with equal resources. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree.
You have to have equal resources. Now, if it's tilted one way to the other, your conversation should be, and I told you this, what can we do to make this work? Not tell you how it should go. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
What can we do to make this work?
I agree. And so when it's slanted, right? When it's slanted, what concessions should the team with the more resources be willing to do? Like I said, legacy don't mean nothing. Should they be willing to change their name in today's era? Regardless, should that be something to be thrown out? I don't know that I would change the Hartford Hurricanes name at this point.
Well, why would you? I'll play devil's advocate. Why would you? Why would you? It's slanted. That's one of those slanted situations. No, I'm just speaking the hypothetical. No, I got you. I'm just saying the hypothetical. But why would you? It's slanted. Like, it's not even close.
I wouldn't change the Hartford Hurricanes name. It's certain things I wouldn't do, right? And I'll talk about my program because I don't care. I don't care what people say. Oh, he's not willing. This is why they're not together in Hartford. I don't care how y'all feel. I make my own decisions, right? I would not be willing to change the Hartford Hurricanes name. No more. Now, you know, Tito, that was on the table a couple years ago. You sat in the room in which we were willing to change our colors and willing to concede all of this stuff.
I couldn't believe it.
They can say what they want. You heard me concede stuff that nobody thought I'd concede. In fact, Tito, power. What did I say? I was willing to concede the presidency to make mergers happen. Now, I won't be willing to concede those things today, right? Because I think we operate in a more position of power. So the question is, when two teams are merging, let me ask you this: should both presidents automatically get the president and vice president of the new program? That's a major question that oftentimes I think is blown out of proportion. I think that's fake. I think the person of the weaker program always say, well, my people only gonna come if I come. That's a lie. That's a lie. The truth of the matter is, if any one of you presidents decide to quit today, they all gonna come together because they want to play football for their kids to play football. What do you mean? You act like everybody gonna just say, yo, I quit.
That's just like when the coach. That's just like when the coach says, "I'm taking my whole team and going." Yeah, you'll get 5 or 6 kids that'll go with you, but the other 20 will stay back. You know what I'm saying? You'll get some kids to go with you, but the majority will stay back.
All right. So Mutiny, let me ask you something. We like to use co-op and the word merger a lot, but
right,
like Tito
can't
said,
be co-op. Hold on. It can't be a co-op if resources aren't the same. It can't be a co-op. It's impossible to be a co-op.
I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say, Mutiny, you and I are merging. You come with it. You got $34,000 in the bank you bring into the table. You got full equipment and 7 football teams. I got 2 in the possible, and I'm coming with $6,000. Are we merging? Are you willing to change the name? You willing to start new colors? You got to fire your vice president and make me your vice president. I'm bringing $6,000 and 2 in the possible to the table. Are you willing to give up what you had with your 7 football teams, $34,000? You got a shed, you got a field, you're in a strong league. All these things are going on. Would you be willing to give that up? That's what Tito's saying. When the resources are slanted, the merger would have you having to come down to the level of the person you're merging with. He said, I would say make the presidents become co-owners and you two pick a president that works for both. Yeah, but once you got a board, leagues can only recognize the president. Like that's what we have to understand. Once you have a board, leagues can only recognize the president. They don't recognize your co-owner. So you guys come together. You basically saying both presidents got to quit and be out. Amy said the bigger team is moving in to buy out. The smaller team needs to bend and fit in. I agree with you, Amy. That's my thought process. I never thought about the buyout, though. That might be it. Because, Tito, a lot of the times the merger ain't happening. You and I discussed this. It's because that person with a couple teams with that Fetty off to the side. You and I talked about that.
He ain't willing to give it up. He ain't willing to give it up.
And they relish power. They say stuff like, oh, I don't care about power. That's the lie.
But they do. They all do.
When somebody said to us, I don't care about power. Word for word, Tito. He said that to me and you. I don't care about power.
He ain't the only one.
Privately, I need power.
He ain't the only one.
People care about power. That's a lie. People care about power.
If resources, I was going to answer this.
There would be no co-op anyway. It really is weaker versus stronger at this point.
How you doing?
So if resources are equal, and there would be no.
We're talking about a true merger because we've seen this happen before, where 2 major entities come together. Now it's been a while, but we've seen it happen where people want to just do right by the community. They'll come together. Like, to me, that's a true merger. When you say I'm coming with 4 teams, to me, if you tell me you coming with 4 teams and $4,000, you coming with 4 teams and $4,000, you're gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. Then we'll figure out the rest of the board. That's a merger, in my opinion.
Hey, Darity, to me, I think you're asking the wrong question. There is no weaker versus stronger. I'm talking about us in New England. There is no weaker versus stronger. I think that's fugazi because that's relative. A team that you think might be good, I might think is not that good. Tito might think that they're so-so. You might think they're out of control, right? So at least we're talking, and then maybe nationally. I think the better question is, Darity, is
yeah, but Big Bank in that situation,
do you both have games? Can you both provide the youth with a youth football experience? Go. I think that's the bigger question for me.
I think in the situation he's saying, if the weaker programs in the better league, and hold on, and if the other program has more resources, I think always, and we know this to be true, big bank is going to take little bank. It's just going to go that way. No, big bank is going to take little bank.
Tell me what better league mean. I think he means talent pool. I don't think you can I don't think you can assess that. Like, Tito, can you tell me AYF got better talent than Pop Warner or vice versa? No, we can't say that. Like, don't nobody know that answer. Like, don't nobody know if Shoreline got better talent than Nutmeg. Who knows that? Like, Tito see the games that Bell.
You have to watch all the games. You would have to be present everywhere. It's impossible.
That's what I mean. It would be impossible. But I agree with Big Bank take Little Bank, which means if Tito League is providing me with 8 football games, 2 rounds of playoffs, regionals, and semi-championship and a regional championship, and this league can't find me 8 solid games, the Big Bank is the better league. So better league as in that functionality, yes, but not better as in talent. That's all I'm saying. The weaker organization still got to bring something to the table. What's in it for me? That's what we're talking about. It don't matter what they bring to the table. I'm still asking you, would you give up your name, your colors? I just told you they brought something to the table. They brought 2 in the possible and $6,000. That's the difference between a merger and an acquisition. True. But the problem with acquisitions is people lose power. The problem with acquisition, this is why 90% of our communities in Connecticut are not together. Y'all can say what y'all want. Matter of fact, in New England, we know that this is mass too, Tito. Acquisitions means absolutely somebody's going to have to lose power, Tito.
Absolutely.
Nobody wants to lose power. Everybody says, come join me. Come join us. Come do what I'm doing.
Yo, to the point, they be so delusional. They ain't got shit going on, but thinking going over there is a good idea. There's a couple cats like that in New England. Their shit is dying, but they got the audacity to ask for you to go over there. Like, it's crazy.
Sometimes the weaker team has an asset you need. True.
Very rare.
So, Amy, I agree, but you weigh that asset over the decision making, right? I'll give you an example, and I'll put out what we said in Hartford because it ain't happening, but this is what happened. The Hartford Wildcats had put on the table, and I had agreed to it at one point, to take the orange from the Hurricanes, take their purple, we do the Clemson colors, new uniforms, and take the U, call it Hartford United. Thought that was dope. They had assets we wanted. They had a group of kids that I thought, especially around that time, would have really made our team national contenders. And so we agreed to that, right? I said, okay, that'll be our home jersey, but I need to keep the away jersey, the Hurricanes, for certain financial reasons. So there's absolutely concessions you make when somebody have assets you need, but what concessions are you willing to make depending on the assets is the question. I have 7 teams, numbers, and bank, but you may be coming with quality players, name recognition, and a dedicated fan base. Don't those intangibles have value bigger than money? Absolutely not.
On the parameters, but that's going to be based on whatever y'all talking about. Like that's a specific situation. I mean,
but he asked the question, Tito, which is very
serious. I can see where that. No, this is a serious question.
I'm taking it seriously.
I would look. No, what I'm saying is, I would consider those intangibles. I would have to look at all of that.
And I'll tell you, I would absolutely not give a damn about those intangibles. Me personally, but that's me. This is why Tito and I run our own programs. I would not consider those. This is youth football business. People all the time forget the fact that you are an LLC. You got bills to pay, helmets to refurbish, jerseys to buy, all of that. You're coming with a quality fan base? The hell, a dedicated fan base? I don't give a shit about that. People love their children everywhere we go. I ain't never met a community that don't love their children. To me, that's not anything. Name recognition of who? The kids? The coach? Nah, I'm not conceding my colors and my name because a coach got recognition with for the possible. Quality players, I may be willing to concede some things, and those do have value. I will say that. But the question he asked at the end, Tito, is don't those intangibles have bigger value than money? No, absolutely not. You don't have a program if you can't financially sustain your program.
Oh yeah,
So
if you ain't got equipment, if you
finances,
ain't got money and you ain't got
you don't have
equipment, you
money.
bring it to the table. Yeah,
You like that part right there is why I said no, Tito. I agree. I would consider all the rest, but when you ask me, don't those have bigger value than money? Absolutely not. I'm sorry. You know, like, bro, it's the difference between asking people for
bankrolls everything, and having
I'm gonna skip that question.
having cash.
It should all be about player development, not egos. That's overrated.
Yeah, but that's overused statement. Like everybody says that. Everybody says that's what their program is based on. Yeah. Everybody says that.
The larger acquires the smaller. That's what an acquisition is. A merger is when both parties have similar and have similar. Right, we understand that, LJ, but what I'm saying is when the larger acquires the smaller, the larger usually call more of the shots, which means the smaller in the acquisition is going to lose power. That part of it right there makes the president to the smaller deteriorate everything afterwards because they don't want to lose power. They don't want to lose power. Look, a lot of people rather be the president of 3 teams than the vice president of 12. I'm going to say that again, Tito. A lot of people rather be the president of 1, 2, or 3 teams than to merge and be the vice president of 12. And everybody always says they got something going on and they need to be a name and they got this spot. If you really got sponsors in your pocket, Tito, if you really got sponsors in your pocket that rock with Tito, then they trust you, Tito. Whether you at Bell City or Hartford Hurricanes, Tito, they'll give you a check. For those that have real relationships with their sponsors, they'll give you a check. Amy Wynn is dead on with the fact that it should be about player development. I don't know that. And play in AYF, in my opinion. Garrity, you typically says this because you
let's unpack that real quick. Because this is what I'm telling you. He's so out of touch. He's so out of touch with this shit. Let's unpack that real quick. Why would we do that, Garrity, in Connecticut? Why would we currently do that in Connecticut? I gotta hear this because you act like you're an expert in this matter. Like you could debate with niggas. Like, why
I'm gonna bring him on live. Garrity, let's get you on live.
Why would you want to do that in Connecticut? I need to hear the
I'm
logic.
about to inbox you, bro.
I want to hear the logic behind it.
I'm on live. Let's do this. Let's do it. Because even nationally, I want to talk to him about it. Because I think that I think he misses something. He missed the boat a lot on this. And I want to be able to tell him, he misses the boat on something. And Garrity's my guy, but he misses the boat on something.
You know, he always looking to argue. So you know what? Let's give the people what they're looking for. Let's argue.
I think that he sometimes misses the boat on.
No, but I want to know
the teams that I know why he's saying it, but the teams that he thinks that
if he's talking nationally, that's not the conversation we're having locally. You understand what I'm saying? That's not the conversation.
So that's what I'm getting at is even on national level, the teams here don't play them. You don't see our AYF teams versus the OG Ducks. You don't see them versus RDU or the Rare Breed. Like they're never playing them. I inboxed it. Did you get it? Like they're not playing those guys. He been waiting for this, he said, Tito. I'm a moderate. It's sent to you, bro. Check your inbox, Garrity. It's there.
He ain't gonna let us down.
No. This is gonna be good.
I just know. I want to see.
He doesn't know the landscape like you do. So Garrity, you better come on knowledgeable, bro. Don't get a lot of people have made the podcast and didn't live to regret it. That wasn't not. Look at your inbox. There you go. You got it. But listen, I too often we talk about national AY. Jesus Christ, y'all gonna cause me to go somewhere. I'm trying not. Listen, people don't have a problem. Like me, Pop Warner don't give me a check. AYF don't give me a check. UYF don't give me a check. I am 100% committed to the Hartford community. As soon as AYF, UYF, or some other place do two things, Tito. Provide me with a better opportunity for the youth in my community, and the people around me provide me with an opportunity to join a league, I'll do it in a heartbeat, Tito. Because I'm committed to the youth in Hartford. I don't give a shit about any of these national leagues that much that I'm going to do more for them than my community. People in Hartford expect Phil and us to make decisions to put our youth in the best position possible. Now, for some reason, you see it, Darity. I see you. You've seen it, bro. For some reason, right now, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I want you to lose your thought.
For some reason, where I'm at, it seems to be that situation right now. It may be different in 3 months, Tito, or 6 months. Yes, and go to ESPN White World of Sports, Kevin. You're right. But it may be different.
I've gotten word that's never happening ever again. So
it's not. It's not. Kevin knows. I shared the information with her. My own personal investigative information. But as soon as a situation happened and something else become better for the kids at Hartford that I'm representing, I have to make a move. I'll never be selfish enough to put these kids through only what I like, but they get nothing out of it. Like I can't be like the people I despise in our space. Me personally, I can't be like that. And I don't mean despise them personally, despise the youth football.
Just not the way they move. There's a lot of cats that move
people
funny.
make decisions based on just them being in power. I have conceded the possibility of one team at Hartford. I've conceded offering the presidency twice to that one team at Hartford. But let's do it. What's up, Darity?
What up, y'all? How y'all doing, man? What up, Tito, man?
You're gonna have to explain. We're gonna have to explain to me.
Now, what was the question? What was the question?
You just want to get up here and argue. I already know.
You started off with so join AYF. Give us why.
Me, in my opinion, watching both leagues, in my opinion, watching both leagues over the years, watching teams come and go, seeing what teams left Pop Warner, what teams joined AYF. In my opinion, I just think AYF now nationally is a better league, yo. That's my opinion based off of what I've seen. More competitive.
Stop right there. You said something that's not out of our realm. You said a word. Well, wait, no. What word did you say? Do you know what it is?
What? Tell me.
Nationally. Darity, 2% of Pop Warner kids, or probably AYF too, but I know 2% of Pop Warner kids ever going to see the national tournament. All you talk about when you come on, all you talk about is the national tournament. We can't run community programs based on only 2% of our kids, bro. I had 276 kids. I can't join a league based on the 2%. What about my 98%?
I get it. But Phil, you see, and that's my point. You thinking but you got to think with your president's hat on when you say that. See, me, I'm not looking at it from that perspective. I'm looking at it. Take for instance, yo, when we went down to nationals, bro, when my son went down there with y'all, I got a very clear perspective of what it was, bro. I seen all 3 nationals at the same time. I went to each and every one of them. And I did this even when my son wasn't playing. We went down there to go watch other kids play that. Hold on. Let me finish, bro, please. And I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes, man. And believe me, for the life of me, man, I loved Pop Warner. I loved what they stood for, what they did. They put on a great tournament. But when I went to Austin Tyndall, dog, it was completely different, man.
Listen, I'm agreeing with you. I've said on this podcast 1,000 times, AYF have better youth football teams in their tournament, but there's a reason. No, there's a reason. Pop Warner operates more like the NFL type than AYF. UYFL has probably just as good teams than Pop Warner as well. Why? But talk about why, though. The setup of it allows them. Come on, Derry, you know the setup allows the OG Ducks could play all around the world on their own, do their own thing, and jump into AYF Nationals.
My thing is, yo. But if they travel in the country and beating everybody, playing everybody, proving themselves, who's to say that they don't deserve to be in that national? They out there. It's a competitive team. You have an opportunity. Your team has an opportunity to play a nationally known team that everybody knows, bro.
Who playoff are you joining? What league and playoff and regional championship are you?
Okay, now on the flip side, listen, because you just named one team. But what about a team?
The Ducks, give me Maryland Heat. Who are they going to represent when they're not in the league?
What do you mean they're not?
But
there are teams.
Okay,
you're naming two specific teams. What I'm saying is, there are on the flip side of that, there are teams like the Ravens who are in the league and affiliated with AYF. Yo, Harper Wildcats played them a couple of times. Yo, I respect the Harper Wildcats for playing them, and at least they got the chance to say they did it.
That don't mean nothing to me. That's irrelevant.
But that's what I'm saying. They played a more competitive team.
Who cares who they played? That's irrelevant.
See, you're killing my argument then.
Your argument is
the original argument, my argument, hold on. My question to you was, Darity, how, if you know the landscape locally, New England, Connecticut, New England, right?
But I got a pretty good idea of what it is. I don't say I don't know. One thing too, please don't think because I don't coach that I don't know what's going on and I don't know the landscape, brother.
You in college games now, bro.
My point is, okay, if you're being Phil, he knows enough. If you're being Phil, you have a program right now, currently, it's hypothetical. You got a program currently. How could you sell us moving from where we're involved with to go to the other side when it's a slanted situation currently in Connecticut? It's a slanted situation.
Now you're right, but see what you're doing. Man. You're admitting that it's a more competitive, better league. What you're saying is we're not ready to compete over there yet. That's what it sounds like you're saying to me.
I spent most of my career over there. Is
that not what you were trying? Is that not what Tito just said?
No, what I'm talking about is we have a full schedule over here in Pop Warner. This original conversation was you said we should have won AYF. You said we should have won AYF. And I'm telling you, locally, that doesn't make sense for us. When we offer fuller leagues, full schedule, local schedule, playoff.
Yo, here's what I'm saying. Listen, here's what I'm saying. And when the Wildcats played the Ravens, bro, instead of having one or two studs, bro, if the city was merged, bro, they actually probably would have had a competitive game, is what I'm saying.
I agree with that.
If they would have had our studs, Phil, bro, and they would have had them couple of Raiden and all them dudes back then, bro, trust me. They would have made it a way more competitive game than what it was.
If Pop Warner's so weak, why haven't nobody in New England been winning national titles?
Because we weaker nationally. We're weaker. We're the weakest region. We're the weakest region.
But Pop Warner's
but that don't mean that we don't have pockets, bro. We got
why can't we win?
Again,
no league.
Our talent is split. It's the same. It's the same reason why. It's the same reason why the pub in Hartford High and Weaver never win a chance. Yo, the talent is split up. It's all split. And we already small. We already small.
That's not the question. Whether I think we would compete if we got together in AYF or Pop Warner or UYFL. I agree. I think Bridgeport would compete. New Haven would compete. Hartford would compete. New Britain would compete.
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Question you posed though. So get back to Tito's point because I think it went over your head. This is you being at college games. I'm gonna say it again. He asked you if you started a program. Give us 3 selling points right now on why Tito should bring his program into AYF.
Right now, I mean, honestly speaking, 3 selling points. I mean, they still in Florida. That's the biggest selling point right now.
I'll give you
right
that
now.
That's low fruit. That's low hanging fruit there.
No. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. The teams we've seen teams that we've probably played before and know about. You've seen them leave Pop Warner to join the other side, man. And if all the strong teams,
you still talk about Maryland and National and Eastern Region, bro. Tito got kids that ain't making.
But that's the pop. Well, see that. Well, then maybe this is why maybe this is some of that supreme and stack mentality rubbing off on me when they say, yo, we think locally. We got to get out of that damn local thinking. But y'all can't because y'all run local programs and local organizations. I get it. I get that part, yo. I get that part. I'm
trying to get you to understand. We first have to do what's best for our communities. That's what
I think we already doing that, yo. You built the program, Phil. You built the program. That's what do you mean doing what you already doing what's best, brother?
Well, how would I be doing right by my program if I put them in a league where we playing the same team 2 or 3 times? Or I got a 9U team playing a 10 or an 11U team. How am I doing right by my 9-year-old?
Or where there's no real rule structure.
How you tell me, Gary? How would I be doing? No. This is the landscape we're talking. How would I be doing right?
So are you saying AYF? Are you saying AYF teams locally are struggling to get games?
A fucking 100%. That ain't no secret, bro.
But isn't that happening in Pop Warner too?
Not at all. I played 8 different opponents last year at a.
You do. What about other? Everybody got.
So did my home. So did Bluefield. So did the Boston Raiders. Everybody in my league did. So you have to understand.
And remember the cross play with Southern. That's what I'm saying. You couldn't.
Remember, go ahead.
And we cross over with Southern, so it's there's way more of us than them locally. You get what I'm saying? They have no argument. There's no negotiating points here. That's my point.
2 things that make me leave. AYF could be the better option. Holistically, I would have to have a league that provides the option.
Mm-hmm.
I know the landscape at AYF. No disrespect to AYF. Yes, nationally, AYF got all of these great teams. I watch them on YouTube, bro. I love watching their games. Right? They have the better teams. Why? Them like YNC may have better teams than AYF. That's always an argument. Why? Those things are more like an open bracket type shit. Let's be honest. UIFL too. Now, look, UIFL and AYF do have, I believe, and don't quote me on this, Tito could correct me. They have a path where you have to be in the league to win, I believe. But you don't really got to play your league schedule.
But both of them do.
Really we know teams here in New England that'll just leave Darity. You suck. I'm going to just leave you out there on the bye. Go play Tito in New Jersey because I want a harder game. F Darity playing. See, to me, maybe I've been an administrator too long. It means something to take care of the communities that's in my league. You don't care about that because you should keep thinking, oh, you're watching the YouTube and you're seeing all of these fabulous teams.
No. What I'm doing is like I said, bro. These like I said, local trainers told me and my son we need to stop thinking locally. We were told we need to stop thinking locally, bro. Like we need to start looking at the national landscape and what these kids is really up against. The earlier we do that, yo, because believe me, yo, a lot of people up here live in these bubbles, man, and they comfortable in they bubbles. They don't want to feel uncomfortable, yo, that there's better football being played elsewhere, yo. And our kids are behind the ball. We are behind the ball all over the board, brother.
but we're not behind because they're in Pop Warner as opposed to AYF or UYFL. You're off with that. We're behind for so many other reasons. One is
one of them is our population smaller.
Right.
And our population is smaller. We don't draw, bro. We're nowhere near. Like when you see these crazy kids out of Ohio, we don't got the masses of kids.
Let's talk about the fast break.
When we gonna get them.
Fight, LeBron James' team isn't from the city of Hartford, bro. Maybe you don't understand. The fast break, again, y'all might think they in Pop Warner, so they got to be sorry because I guess leagues make kids sorry. Cool. But I saw two of the fastest kids at one of the tallest,
we had two of them, 7 and 11.
I seen them kids. I seen them.
Now, listen, they're not from the city of Hartford, bro. This is like
they're not even from Cleveland. They're from Richmond, outside of Cleveland.
Like, so when we say why we're behind, it's because we actually playing local football. We don't play county ball up here. We don't have counties. Imagine this: Hartford County versus New Haven County versus Fairfield County versus New London County. That's what you're talking about. That's what's going to go compete with those teams. Not the Hartford team together would compete, but we ain't winning, bro. I
don't believe that, yo. I never underestimate our kids, man. I don't believe that, yo.
Bro. I'm talking about
Phil, your team, the team. Believe I seen some of the teams you had, brother. If you had a couple more pieces, couple more linemen, I'm telling you, my dude, you would have won some of them natties,
but
brother.
We don't know if those couple pieces automatically was on the Wildcats that year. That's my point. It might have been in Windsor. It might have been in Mount Hope.
Oh no, they would. But
it don't necessarily mean it was on the Wildcats. That's all I'm saying. I agree we would be more competitive in AYF if we merge. I agree we'd be more competitive UIFL, YNC, or Pop.
Any of those leagues. Any of them.
This is why Tito was sitting next to me when I tried to put this thing together. It ain't about nothing. But I don't think only nationally, because 90% of our kids at Hartford, even when we merge, ain't going to nationals.
That's true.
So what I'm gonna tell you, Darity, when you come and you play team 1, then team 2, then team 1, then team 2, then team 3, then team 1, then team 2, and Tito next door going, man, come play for me, bro. You about to play 8 different teams. We're gonna travel to Mass, we're gonna travel to Rhode Island, we're gonna do this. We got another 3-4 opponents over there. You're leaving me.
Yeah.
You don't give a damn at the fact that I'm going to that. I can't just sell you on nationals when you don't make it. Sell that team.
I mean, but you can sell, you personally, Phil, you can sell on going to nationals because your program was one team, 2 teams, however they go every year. You can bank on it. You can do that.
Come a time, bro, when we sitting by the sideline, it happens to the best of us, bro. It's gonna become a time when the Hurricanes got to sit back and reshuffle the deck. Any league, everybody do that. But here's my point. Even I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't want to sell Darity on that, and then you bring your son over here, and it's like, damn, Phil, we going back out. And we just played Tito, bro. Like, what's going on? I'm like, bro, we got to place 10U because it ain't no more 9Us in my league. I don't know how you gonna feel about it. I can tell you this: when you was the New Britain playing on the Pee Wee team, you wouldn't have played the Hurricanes JV team just because you needed a game. You'd have been like, get the fuck out of here.
Who? I would have. I wouldn't have cared if my son played.
Yo, you remember what happened at the scale?
Yeah, I remember. But and you remember and you remember who was the main one? Tell him let everybody play, right? We don't want no excuses, right? You know who was the main one, right? Remember that, right? It's the same perspective, yo. I want our kids to play against the best of the best, man, regardless of what league it's in. Regardless, I want them to see what they really up against, man. Because I'm telling you, yo, we start off so fucking late. Excuse my language. I apologize.
Was we not stacked in 2019?
We were, but imagine,
we got smoked.
We got our boots smoked, absolutely. But what I'm telling you right now, and Phil, listen, and what I'm telling you right now is that 14U team that beat us in Pop Warner that year would not beat Miami's 13U that year in AYF. I'm telling you this.
That's true.
No, it is true. I seen them. I seen them live.
Unfortunately, looking
I
at
seen them.
Looking at a team that looks better than another team don't make it better.
I know that, yo, you can tell, man. You can tell. Being around football, Phil, you can tell. So when you get off the bus, you don't see a team. So when you get off the bus, you don't see a team that, yeah, we about to beat them by 40.
And I have lost to those teams.
Yeah. More often than not, Phil, you know the teams you about to beat by 40. Man.
I'm not. Let's give you. I'm gonna give you that Miami would have beat Georgia. I'm gonna give you Miami would have beat Tiger.
They're 13 you.
Regardless,
They're
12, let's say
13
12. Let's say 12. I'm gonna give you that. That's not at all what we're talking about, though. You keep.
But that's what I'm talking about, though.
But you put up here. And I keep asking you why answer Tito's question, and everything you say to me, you talk about Maryland and Miami and DC.
I didn't name any of those. Listen.
We're talking about New England, bro. We're talking about New England. Talk to us about us. Tell Tito why he should join. Tell him.
I can't. I mean, y'all got to get out that local thinking, man. I'm sorry. We. When I say we, I say we, man.
Do you still
That's just how I feel.
Do you still talk to Stack?
No, I haven't spoken to him in a while, man.
Well, when next time you talk to him, you ask him if I think locally. Me and him still talk to this day privately. But let me tell you something.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you personally. I'm saying us as a collective, bro. As a region, yo.
Going to a league.
As a region.
Going to a league where you perceive is better football means that we're now out the bubble.
Yeah.
Let me explain.
Y'all stepping off the porch.
Let me explain something to you.
You stepping off the porch.
That would only be right if you running your block, and we're not even running the block that we on. We're not running Pop Warner, UIFL, or
what you mean? What you mean?
None of them, bro. Ain't nobody winning in none of the leagues. What are you talking about? I'm telling you.
No.
Name a national champion this past year.
But what I'm telling you, but your name is something that I said might have probably happened if the teams were merged already, brother.
Oh, that's hypothetical. That don't mean nothing. Tito went down to UIFL with a team. Matt went down to UIFL with a team. They ain't win that tournament. They went down to UIFL, bro. They ain't win that tournament. I don't think that you give enough credit to the fact that we are playing. I just think you're missing a little point. You're attributing AYF, the National League, to why us in New England aren't accomplishing our goal. Those are two separate. You're giving that, in my opinion, you give national leagues too much credit. I say this all the time. National leagues have nothing to do with kids being good or bad. Probably the best kids that play football don't even play in AYF, Pop Warner, UIFL, or YNC. But you never see that because those are the only kids you watch. 80% of you football, bro, is not even played in national leagues. Think about that shit for a second. 80% of you football, 80% of football in Connecticut, we just showed it, is not even played in the National League, dog. Not even played in the National League. We can't attribute these national leagues to success. They're just providing an outlet for somebody to play at the end of the year. That's it. Who's the best player right now in Connecticut? And what league are they in?
They might be in Pop Warner because up here, Pop Warner. Because up here in New England, I think Pop Warner's better than AYF. Here in this region. In this region, I think it's flipped. But everywhere else, bro, it changed. It's different.
Not.
I believe, yes.
Chicago Pop Warner got 44 teams in it. What are you talking about?
Yo, what I'm telling you is, when you go in these national groups, bro, why they don't never talk about Pop, son? Why?
Who cares? That's what.
Why though? They're not. You know why? Because all the teams locally, because all of them teams were in Pop at one point, yo. They all were there. But if they all left, then who's left? Who's left?
West Chase.
Who's left? Yo, but West Chase couldn't beat none of them big teams in Florida, bro. You know it. They
that.
can't
That's
beat them.
not-
Yo, there's
that's
a reason
not-
why. Yo, and without naming names, without naming names,
better team.
I don't know.
there's
I
a
think
reason
Ocean
why
Pride-
dude. Listen,
Ocean
there's a
Pride
reason
should
why
give-
dude kept his son and Pop Warner on that team, bro. There's a reason why, man.
Listen,
He could.
okay,
They,
Derek,
you know the reason why he couldn't win over there.
Nationals, they have better teams. I don't know why you keep bringing that up when I've conceded that. I say
That was
all the
my,
time.
but that was my only point. When y'all want to go play with the best combat?
National brackets. You jumped up here and started talking. That's why
Yo.
Theo asked you, come on, bro. You know, was talking locally. You jumped into, yo, look at the Miami, Maryland Heat, and RDU.
No,
That's
I
not what we're talking about.
didn't say that.
Those teams will never be able to. So here's your point. You think the best national bracket is take all the best teams you know of based on the YouTube and who's traveling and winning, throw them all in one tournament and see who come out the best? That's the best to you.
I mean, that
That's
would
the
be
highest
that.
form of youth football to you.
Hold on. I didn't say that, yo. What I'm telling you is based off of what I saw with my own eyes, man. I'm telling again, you're thinking from a presidential, both of y'all, because y'all both run organizations, so y'all got other factors to think about. Like you said, you got to think locally first. You got to think how we gonna fill these games, how we gonna get these schedules made. I get that. I never disputed that, yo. That was never something that I disputed, period. What I'm telling you is, yo, it seems like your team consistently, your organization consistently sends teams to nationals, correct? Correct?
But not the same level, but correct, yes.
But no, not on the same level, but consistent. Like,
Yes, he's
my
always
thing
there.
is, yo, if I'm a person who don't know nothing about football, don't know nothing about sport, but I keep seeing the same teams pop up on my news feed, the same teams, the same leagues, the same team, the same leagues. I'm like, yo, who the hell are them? Who are they? Yo, just like for instance, that spring league up here in New England, bro, that league was operating for years without a Connecticut team in it. And yo, when we first noticed it, we was like, yo, who are these people, yo? Like, yo, again, if a tree fall in the forest, bro, do it make a sound? We didn't know these guys, but they was bragging, talking about they the best in New England. They went undefeated in New England, but they ain't never play a team from Connecticut. I'm like, yo, who are these people? Like, how can they say, like, there's again, they comfortable in their own bubble. We got bubbles and pockets up here in New England, man, and I think we sell ourselves short, yo.
No, you not attributing the bubble hasn't popped. Assuming we are in the bubble. You know when you jump off the porch? You know when you on the block? You know when it's time to jump off the porch? When you're old enough to understand the game? When you've mastered the game? So now I'm outside. I know where to look. I know the light turned green. Oh, who that coming down the road? I know all those things. The problem you not attributing, this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Teams in New England in no league, not Pop Warner, not AYF, not UIFL, have became big enough to get out that bubble. Not even the Hartford Hurricanes, if you think Pop Warner's the bubble. You know why? Because look, you know when I would jump off the porch, I go down there and over the next 3 or 4 years, every time I go down there, national chip. Now, think about it. When did New Jersey Brick City jump off the porch?
After they won. After they won.
Not before. National chip. Now, okay, I'm ready now. That's when you don't jump off the porch. You don't jump off the porch.
So you saying we're not ready yet as a region. We're not ready.
Well, no, we not ready. Look.
All right, then, so why then? So y'all could have been said that. Y'all could have been saying, yo, we ain't ready, bro. Yo, you keep saying, yo, you could have said Tito, you could have said, yo, Darity, bro. You say this every time, man, but we not ready.
What I'm saying is, it's not even about being ready, bro. We haven't.
Bro, I told you we're not even ready to compete.
We wouldn't win until we win Pop Warner. Nobody could say that until you knock off Pop Warner. Nobody has yet to this day.
Now that I can concede to that, man. I can concede to that.
Like an hour.
Newington in Division II is the last anybody I know to win Pop Warner from Connecticut that I know of.
Yeah, I remember them too.
25 years ago already. You get what I'm saying? And that was D2. I don't know. Have we ever had a D1 winner in Pop Warner? I don't believe so.
So a Dorchester winner, but I'm
Oh
talking
yeah,
about
Dorchester.
three
Sorry,
tiers.
I'm talking about
three
Connecticut.
tiers.
I wasn't talking about New England. I'm talking about Connecticut. Have we had one in the last 30 years? This one in Pop Warner?
No, bro.
Division 1 or Division 2 hasn't happened.
No. And that's my point. I'm trying to tell him. Like, you ain't jumping off the porch. And you like, I don't want to relate it to the game, but you ain't ready to jump off the porch if you ain't ready to jump off the porch, bro. Ain't no team in Connecticut ready to jump off the porch. AYF or Pop Warner. Don't tell me, oh, I heard about that game you talking about when the Wildcats played them. It wasn't pretty, bro.
It wasn't.
I know,
But I think it
wasn't.
would have been better if we had some of your guys
It
on
would've
that
been
team.
better. It wasn't going to be pretty. Like, come on. And I know you're going to say Raider did this. And he returned.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say
I
nothing.
heard about the game. I got you. Listen, a lot of teams played a lot of good games. The fact of the matter is, we ain't ready because of our structure in New England.
Right. All right. So let's assume we create the super team, Darity, right? We create the super team to go down there and compete at AYF. Who are we playing?
What you mean? Who you playing? You playing whoever made it to the dad? You playing whoever you pick playing your bracket?
Who we gonna play from Labor Day to December 1st? Who we gonna play?
Division 1.
Division 1.
There's no Division 1 AYF in all of New England. You know that, right? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
There's no Division 1 team.
I did. Okay, but then you also seen in the comments. I think I said, yo, you absolutely should stay where your resources are. Listen, I agree with that too. You stay that offers the excuse why we're not doing it, why we're not there. Why that offers the excuse. That's the reason, right
Again,
there.
Now all I'm doing is pointing out the logistics of it. Like, who are we gonna play? So now you got to assume, okay, I'm going to tell you who you're going to have to play. You're going to have to get games out of Jersey. You're going to have to get games out of Philly. You're going to have to get games out of DMV area. You're going to have to be. So now you're not talking about regular tuition to play for a program. Now you ain't talking about 180 a kid. You talking about 1,000 a kid, 3-day weekends, 4-day weekends, travel, hotel, rental cars, food, all of that. In this economy, I don't know if anybody's got the bankroll to do it locally. You know what I'm saying? Now, a couple of us could put our heads together and do it, like, you know, and yes, me and Phil does have the network where we could get the games. Absolutely, we could get the games. You know what I'm saying? But where are we going to come up with the finance? The OG Jugs probably operating with 200,000-300,000, I guarantee, in the fall.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This area ain't ready for that, and that's what I mean by not ready. I ain't talking about competing.
And all I wanted to hear y'all is to say what you just said right there, bro.
But it becomes
that was it.
The logistics, Ben said that on the podcast.
That proves my original point that there's more competitive football being played, bro, and our kids get exposed to it a lot later than everybody else, man. Our kids get exposed to that. Yo, we be shell shocked. Yo, some of us, there's some of our babies, man. Some of our kids can absolutely fit in right away, like a Ellis and these guys. Yo, those guys was gonna be good no matter where they played, no matter where they went. They were gonna perform. They were just special. It was written in the cards for them. I get that, yo.
Jordan, again, unless you operating with 40 or 50 racks, brother, it's not getting done in New England. Like, you're gonna need 40, 50 racks out the gate to travel the way y'all talking about traveling. I think you guys.
Derek, let me ask you.
You are. He's
Talk
right.
about the team that you keep claiming. These teams you claim from New England that went down to national AYF. Let me ask you a question. If just playing and that AYF makes you better when you go down to national, I would assume you think that the AYF kids are better than the Pop Warner kids.
No. Don't put no. You're moving the goalposts. Don't do that. I didn't say that.
Let me finish my statement. You're making hold on.
I didn't say that.
You're making a statement. Let me be clear about something. You're saying that if we go all AYF, our kids will be exposed to better talent and develop more quickly.
What I'm saying, listen, you know, because now, Phil, because what you're doing.
Let me finish, bro. So I'm asking you, if that's the case, we should see a clear difference And the kids that's been going to AYF tournament versus the UIFL or Pop One, I'll let you speak. I'm waiting. Go ahead. Because I know what you said.
Nah. We can't separate the individual talent. That's not what I'm saying, Phil. And you know that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, so
you know that's not what I'm saying. Because you trying to trick me into saying, yeah, AYF got the better players. That's not what I'm saying.
What AYF teams better up here?
Yo, what I'm saying is they absolutely have the more of the better teams in the country. Yes, they do.
No, not in New England. Let's stick with us.
No, see, I'm not. Let's see, but
we gotta stick with.
It's a dead argument though, because you
stack mentality.
all of your points is based in New England locally. Those are all your point, and all of my points is based like on a.
OG Ducks. I don't give a damn about them. Like,
but you keep bringing them up. Do you know there's more teams than them? I don't really care about them.
Name who else you want to name, bro?
I don't really care about them. I don't really care about them, dog. I really don't. But you know, you want to know why? You want to know why y'all keep saying their names though? Because y'all know they one of them ones, man. This is what I'm saying.
I don't have a problem giving all of those.
This is what I'm saying. They one of them programs, bro. And then, do you know how many of their kids? Now, how many of their kids is in playing? Went D1 and in college went to the NFL. A lot.
But
a lot of them.
First of all, stop attributing that to youth football because that ain't it.
I'm not attributing it to youth football. I'm not.
Because first of all, Garrity, the first thing we gotta do is not attribute that to youth football.
Nah.
What we gotta stop doing is giving youth football respect for that. Like that's not it. Right? They ain't going to you. They're not going NFL because they played for.
Nah, but you know where they go. But you know where they going from them programs. They going to the St. John Bosco's. They going to the Mathers, the big school, bro. This is where they go from them programs, brother.
From their area versus ours.
This is where they go from them programs, bro.
Youth football though. Okay,
so listen, you're wrong. Yo, Phil, hold on, you're wrong right there because my son, listen, you're wrong because my son got into his school strictly based off of what he did in youth football, off of the film he got from your playing for you.
I know how many. That's local. Avon Farms came to me. They was talking to me about Buck. Loomis.
Yeah. So you got kids that but that just contradicted what you just said, Phil.
You're talking. I'm talking about the people down south that get tapped in for most of the D1 scholarships, for most of the big time schools. They're going to the SEC. These youth football programs operate where? In the SEC. They go to a goddamn Miami camp, then an Alabama camp. We go to a UMass camp. No disrespect.
Let's bring Beef wants to come on. Beef wants to come on with his because he's trying to do the Division I thing this year with 14U. Beef, send Beef the email to get him on.
But I'm saying they got access. We don't have access, bro. Like that's something else we got to be honest about. New England has less access.
Yeah. And that's all. And
UConn don't even. UConn barely looks at Connecticut, and they have Connecticut. Explain that one. They here. Can you explain that one?
Hold on, say that again. I couldn't hear you.
UConn barely looks at Connecticut, and they in Connecticut.
No, they don't.
Criticism.
They don't, and everybody shit on them for that. Excuse my language again, but everybody talk crap about UConn for that because they pass on our local kids. They pass on them. But you know why they pass on them? Yo? Because they know the CIAC is weak, bro. They know this. They know the CIAC is weak, bro. Let's keep it real, bro. Yo, this is why even in football, they know the CIAC is weak, bro. You got 175-pound linemen. Like, come on, man. Like, we got little guys up here, yo. They know. Unless you're an anomaly like Donovan Clingan, where your size and height translates throughout the country, because 7 feet in Connecticut is 7 feet everywhere. So of course he was gonna make it. But we don't have those here. We got guys. Yo, 6'2" in Connecticut is considered tall. You a big man here.
Yeah, I agree.
You understand?
Oh,
But 6'2" is really a point guard. 6'2" is really a point guard. So that kid, just because when he's young, he's taller than everybody, we automatically stick him at center here. And now he's playing and training out of position, playing when he really should be working on his ball handling, because it's, again, 6'3", 6'2", you're a point guard. But here in Connecticut, 6'3", 6'2" is like a center now. And it's always been that way.
Again,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Darity, we don't draw from the masses of people that these other places that you are talking about.
Like, hey, Darity, look at the screen.
Population plays into this shit.
Look at this, Cali. Look, so I want you to understand something, right? Like Cali, and look at where they going. Stein, UNLV, Michigan. Like, bro, we're in an area where people don't even look.
They don't.
I don't care how many travel teams we put together up here. They ain't looking at us, bro. Like they gonna look at the goddamn team out the SEC or on the West Coast. That's what my point. That's all my point was. We're not going to get the same looks. Unfortunately, we are looked at as a basketball area.
Hold on. Pause. We as a collective might not get those looks, but we have certain pockets and places. Avon Old Farms always get those looks.
Agreed.
Cheshire Academy and all them type of schools, they always get those looks. They always get those looks. It's damn near impossible to get. And I know. Believe me, I know.
I mean, we could call up their football roster and look at where they from, right? Like
a lot of them ain't from here.
Ain't from my point. People
majority of them ain't from here. They not from here.
Avon No Farms roster: New York, DC, Mass. That's one. Illinois, New York, South Carolina, New Jersey, Georgia. 1 Connecticut, 2 Connecticut's. We up to 3 in New England. A Connecticut. That's 5. We got 5 kids in New England on this roster.
And ask Woolley and at Woolley and Banks and all them dudes, you know why? Again, because they know that the local football scene in this public schools here is weak, so it's hard to gauge that talent. It's hard. You know
that it's hard to gauge. This boils back. I'm glad you're bringing it up. It boils back to the lies a lot of these people fed with the personal trainers, bro. Like, it's all correlation with each other, bro.
Ahead.
No, that too. No, he right. That too. Like,
bruh, it's just we don't help it. We definitely don't help ourselves. Do we have the talent that eventually could do it? Yes. It's just we spread way too thin. There's too many programs.
I agree. There we go.
There's too many ways you can go. That's what our
point was. We were all here talking about mergers until you threw the monkey wrench.
I was just responding to who was it? Tyrese Mosby, whoever that dude was. I was just responding to homeboy, man. He was like that. The Hurricanes. He was like the Hurricanes and the Wildcats should merge. And I said, yeah, and they should play in AYF. Why? Because I would love to see a Hartford team knowing how our kids are, Bro, like, we're not scared of nothing. We're not afraid of nothing. I just think if we have those pieces come together, I think we could beat the Watkins Hornets. I think we could beat Philly Blackhawks in them. I think we could beat them. I think we could beat them.
We played them in Pop Warner.
I think we could beat Brick City too. Yo, listen, Brick City at the time they only beat us on like 3-4 plays. Remember that, right? They only beat us on 3 plays, man.
See, here's the thing. Brick City was invited, and Mount Hope might remember this. They were invited down to Dillon Stadium when we played and we beat them. It's not that they were Brick City. Again, you don't remember the days where Brick City wasn't coming out of New. Beefy might remember this. We never heard of Brick City when Eastern Region was here. You know who used to come out at D2? Secret Society.
Yeah, I remember them.
Have a team at D1, D2.
Big Beef, what up, baby?
Yo, what up?
What's going on, Capo?
So I'm on both sides of the fence. I'm on the side with with you and Tito, and then I respect what the homie saying. So what's going on is that this year right here, Phil, remember when we was talking on the phone, we both had secrets and we was holding on to them. But that's what I'm doing, man. I got a big sponsor, man. We're gonna do Division One AYF travel team. Our games are gonna be in New York, Jersey. As soon as they finish with the All-Star game down in Orlando right now, when they get back, they're gonna start working on our schedule. That's why I was reaching out, Phil, because I'm trying to get some Connecticut kids. See, with the D1, you can recruit from everywhere. You can use the word recruit. And the kids can be in the 9th grade as long as they don't play high school. So I'm trying to get 25 to 27 kids. They're going to play for free, too. They're just going to have to pay their tryout fee. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to try to get 3 games away and 3 games here. I already got the stadiums that we're going to play in. I'm trying to assemble an all New England, the best coaches ever. Now, I still got to coach my Eagle team. You know what I mean? So one of those away games, I might not be able to go. But I'm going to be interviewing coaches. I'm definitely trying to get to 25 to 27, maybe 30 best kids in the whole New England. So I'm with the homie is saying that if we merge, but I'm going to try to get the best of the best. And like you said, Phil, after these 13 U's, they ain't playing no more youth anyway. So, you know what I mean? I'm going to be out here looking, man. And, of course, that's why I said when it came to Connecticut, I'm going to reach out to you, Tito. I'm going to reach out to Justin in Springfield. And, as far as trying to get the players, man, because we're going to try to do this, man. I got the budget, bro. So I'm trying. Go ahead. Go ahead, fam.
When it's going to be tryouts? Do you know the not specific day, but maybe even month?
So what's going to happen? This is how it's playing out now. I'm waiting for them to get back from this, and once we lay out where we're going to be playing at, the next step is I wanted to do a tryout, which will probably be at. I'm trying to get. There's a couple of places. It could be CM. It could be Boston College. Could be there. We're working on that now. And then I wanted to try to get one trial. That's what I was going to reach out to you two for as well, is to try to get a tryout out there in Connecticut. So people from wherever out that side can come up there. You know what I'm saying? So it's all being put together now. But that's what I was on the phone bullshit with you with when we was holding secrets.
That y'all going to be the only 14U. Nationals is an automatic thing. You're going
right,
national.
Exactly.
The all-star bracket or the regular division
OG
bracket?
Ducks, all of that bracket right there. Okay. That bracket right there.
Yeah, the open. Division One is like almost like UIF Open.
Oh, it's UIF open bracket.
Yeah,
okay.
It's something similar.
So it's an automatic.
He's talking about playing Vegas Strong.
All of them. We're gonna have a bag to go wherever. We're gonna have 3 home and 3 away. But I think the first
you want to coach on that team, bro? That's
I sure would. I know the game. I could coach.
I
Talk
say
about
you can, but that's what
you know what I'm saying? I know the game. I would absolutely throw my hat in the ring and coach. Absolutely, I would.
Hurst is going to be the head coach. You know what I'm saying? Hurst going to be the head coach. But we're gonna put it together though. Huh?
I said we got a Connecticut guy. That's what he up here talking about. So this will be.
No, I know. That's why I said
I absolutely.
I understand the homie. You know what I'm saying? So I understand both sides. So I said, shit, man, I might as well put it out here since it's a platform what they talking about. And then, well, let me stab in there.
Right. So the age cutoff is 7-1. It's going with
7-1. So we'll be going after the 14-year-olds, but definitely kids that turn 15 after 7-1 too. Definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that means that could make them sophomores, though. You said no sophomores could play. They can't play high school football.
No. You can play. You could be in the 9th grade, but Tito, those might be kids that reclass too somewhere along the line. You know what I mean? So you could be in the 9th grade, but as long as you're 14, and you could turn 15 after July 1st.
But you can't be like a sophomore, but 14.
No, I don't think so with the sophomore. I gotta find that out. But the last I was told, only the 9th grade.
Do teams compete better in Pop Warner AYF from New England?
That's
I
all
think
I want.
I think we all need to get better at
That's
competing
your
in all of
opinion.
that.
That's opinion.
Huh?
That question. I say that question's opinion.
No, I just don't think I tell people all the time, I don't think New England represents well at none of these tournaments, and we got to get better. And I think it's only going to happen from coming together. I don't care where you do it at. I most of this whole thing started off with me walking around this basement, if y'all remember, like 2 years ago, going crazy on how everybody need to start coming together and merging in order to compete nationally. Because nobody's winning none of these damn tournaments, bro, with our communities. And look, we're going to have fun. We can get these people 30, 40,000, 20,000, 15,000, whatever you amount is. But the truth of the matter is it's going to be hard to come back with a chip when you playing against, fucking the
Well, that's why. That's why you didn't hear me say I'm doing the all mass. That's why you didn't hear me say I'm doing all mass. You know what I mean? I'm reaching out to y'all dogs, Springfield, everywhere. As far, man, we can get people from Hawaii if I can pick them up. You know what I mean? Because you can do that. You could do that in D1.
And so, can you add kids up until the tournament?
I'm gonna get deeper in that once they get back to really start getting all of that. You know what I'm saying? But from what I seen down there, they be adding Dookie when the tournament is there.
Hold on, what is this? What is that? AYF?
Yeah, AYF, bro. AYF Division 1. So we're gonna be in our own league. We'll just be up under the regionals. You know what I mean? We'll be the only Division 1 team here in
there won't even be another 14U team in New England for y'all to play.
Nah. Nope. We gotta get on the road. We have 3 away and 3 home.
That's dope. I know there's a lot of 14U teams in the Eastern region too.
Now I'm gonna be at the Connecticut All-Star game, and I'm gonna be everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be everywhere, dog. Trust me. With the passes like yo, we holla at you.
We up in your neck of the woods this year. We taking the trip
be
up
home
there.
too. So
All
make
right,
sure
so but you hear what he trying to do. But see now here's another real issue right here though. Now you see what my man trying to do, what he trying to put together. You hear what he said. He want the best of the best from New England to go compete. Now the problem he's gonna run into, and I'm gonna just say it, and it's the truth. Yo, nobody's gonna want to give up their studs, bro. You understand? Nobody
in New England, bro.
No. Hold on. Let me answer that, Phil. There's nothing to give up because there's no way, unless they're going to high school to start as freshmen. But other than that, there is no 14.
Oh, okay, because you taking 14, you taking the kids that don't really got no option. Other option.
There you go.
I got
And Pop Warner and AYF in New England. I don't think there's gonna be no 14.
That's why I say you're gonna see me pulling up, coach.
I
thought this through all the way, bro. Ain't no loophole, bro. I'm coming to get him.
All 3 states, Rhode Island, Connecticut.
Everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, and they gonna play for free. But you gotta be that dude.
And so parents just gotta pay for travel. Y'all in Jersey, just like AAU, go to Jersey.
Just try. Yeah, it's a trial.
Right.
This is a trial. That's it. If you make it, you good.
Uniforms,
brand new helmets, uniform, everything. Everything.
You paying for the travel, the hotels, everything.
Yo, Capo, everything.
Wait.
I know.
Hold on. You are paying for travel. I thought they had to pay.
Yeah.
No. No, Phil, that's why I said we getting the best of the best. In order for you to get on this team, you got to be that dude.
Ah, got you.
The only thing you're gonna have to put up is your tryout money.
That's it.
That's it.
Pay for tryout. That's it.
That's it. And you got to make the team.
Y'all come up with the tryout fee yet to tell the people, or y'all working on that?
I'm gonna hold on to that one right there, bro.
No, I'm just trying to get as much information.
No, it ain't no big secret, but I don't know yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know yet, but that's the only thing, bro. So I'm gonna be expecting like these kids that like after the 13-year-old, there's nowhere for them to go. I mean, they can go to high school or they can be in the prep schools or whatever. But my thing is like this: are y'all gonna be playing on varsity? You know what I mean? So if you're not, and you feel like you want to spend that little child money, come on.
That will play out that they're not even going to high school. They actually reclassed.
Nah, bro. That's why I said I'm gonna be leaning on you, man, because I don't know. I don't know who's who out that way, but you know what I mean. We will take a trip down there. I'm definitely gonna be at the All-Star game. You know what I mean?
A lot of kids right there. A lot of dogs right there.
So I'm not taking from nobody. I'm not stepping on nobody's toes. If somebody else creates another Division One, so be it. So be it. But right now, nobody's doing what I'm doing.
Sound like a good idea to me, man.
Hey, it's definitely open. It's definitely an open market.
Sound like a good idea to me, man.
Yeah, and we're putting a 10-man. There's 8 slots left right now. A 10-man coaching roster together, and they ain't got to pay shit either. The travel, stay, all that. So,
man, I'm advocating my man Dirty on the roster.
Nah, put me. I want to coach, man. I definitely in any capacity. In any capacity, man. I'm down with that program, man. Again, like I said, man, I think, man, our kids get exposed to what it really is, man, a little too late in the game, man. And we got to play catch up, man, up in this region, yo. Like, it's crazy, yo. It's crazy. Yo, I swear, when we went down there, Phil, when we went down to Nationals, man, yo, Pop Warner showed me one product, but then on that other side over there, bro, I'm seeing teams that's rotating whole lineman sets, bro. I'm talking your offensive line don't even play on defense, brother.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I didn't even know that they did that in youth football. I didn't even know they did that in youth football, man.
There is no NPRs. There is no NPRs.
Like, listen to what we've saying. Like, if you could do that, they probably been on that wave.
I was like, what is this? I was like, what is this? And then it made me think, yo, then what the hell are we doing over here, bro? Because
but see, when you talk about OG Ducks, Rare Breed, and all that, just to answer, see, them dudes be having those sponsors. OG Ducks be flying in dudes from the Samoans and places like that. Like dudes really be having a bag putting those teams together. Like kids be pulling up just from everywhere because they be flying them in. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's that type of.
I was like, yo, what? I'm not even interested in that world, bro.
I was like, what the hell is this, though, man? Like, what are we doing up here, bro?
I'm gonna leave y'all to that world, bro. I'm gonna admire from afar, man. That's crazy.
Nah, I'm gonna pull you in slowly, man.
That's crazy. I ain't even interested in that world. That's a whole new thing.
Nah, man.
I think you're gonna be successful with the 14U thing. I think it's definitely a lane for it, and you're gonna see at the All-Star game a lot of those kids is reclassing.
No, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. So, I'm gonna have the little badge things, handing them out. We're gonna have by then. Hopefully, I have something set up, for you down that way. Trial day, something.
I mean, maybe we could discuss like setting up a table or something where you can advertise. I mean, don't hurt us none. Those kids are on their way out, right? Like, you're providing them with an opportunity. If not, they can't play youth. They're not in high school. They ain't playing. They're going home.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. But we looking for the, Phil, honestly, they gotta, and that's here in Mass, right? They gotta be like superb, man, because we don't need like somebody from Rare Breed or one of them just carrying, just slapping somebody upside the helmet. Yo, get out the way. We need the dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't gonna be that. You playing for free. You got to be a monster. I mean, that's just the bottom line, man. I'm saying, like facts. Like, you know what I mean? We got to represent New England, man.
They got to make it. Like,
they got to make it, man. That's just what it is. I don't want nobody catching feelings because we're gonna be catching flights. You know what I'm saying?
You got flyer yet
Nah, man, I said I was waiting for Phil and Craig and them to get back because we're gonna really hammer it out. The other part is all good. The budget, I'm all set on that. I'm just waiting for put it all together. But I wasn't even gonna put it out there, but the homie was going so hard.
Listen,
Tonight I had to stab in there. I had to stab in there.
You and Dirty playing this on the back end. He said, "I'm about to throw you the alley." Just
yeah. That's why I started inboxing you and Tito, like, "Yo, let me get in, man. Let me get in." 'Cause this was the perfect timing, man. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna wait, but you know what I mean.
No, that's dope,
listen,
But I appreciate you letting me on, man.
You get a fire and all of that.
Yeah. Once it all come together, bro. I'm
into the other details.
Yep. Once you get it all together, I'm gonna tap back in with you, man. But thanks for letting me on, man.
Word.
The homie was going so hard, man. I said, shit, man. I'm gonna give me a little sneak peek time in.
No, that combo
y'all.
been years in the waiting, man. Them dudes been waiting on. They've been waiting to double team me, man.
No,
but I love them dudes, man. Listen, man, I love them dudes, man.
Here's the thing. I know you're always talking about national. You and not Danny.
Sheldon.
You know I'm a troll master,
you and
man.
Sheldon have been talking about this, bro, since 2019, dog. That's
Yeah,
all y'all
right.
talk about. So I knew y'all was talking about national. I'm always thinking locally. I need something for my program. I have a massive program, bro. And like we've been doing 6U for years. They might have to have 6U, bro. What I'm gonna do,
now I get it though. Now see, but
like,
now that you broke that down to us, now you broke that down to me that you have to think locally. I get it. I understand now.
Locally. I do think
first, absolutely first. Now I understand why.
Nationally,
and then
AYF is. I mean, they got the teams you want to see on YouTube. I mean, they do. I'm not gonna hold you. They got the teams you want to see on YouTube. Look at the YouTube views that their teams get. Go look. I bet some of their teams finance their trips off YouTube views.
They probably can.
Real talk. I mean,
they probably can, man.
Off of social media, and not nowhere near enough to finance no team. But I can't, and I don't got as many views as some of the youth football teams do. So I know they getting a nice check. That's why they won't come play the Hartford Hurricanes. Ain't no views in playing me, bro. I want to play that other team in Cali where we gonna get together, make the ill video, throw it on YouTube, get 100,000 views, and we could possibly split this check. I would only play teams that's gonna help me bring in a check too. One is gonna do what you saying. Everybody gonna watch it, tap in, look at it. And two, I'm getting a check out of it to help me finance my next trip possibly. To me, that's a win-win for all them dudes. If that's what they do. And so, like, I get what you were saying. My point was you were overlooking our point of we're talking about region on our podcast.
Yeah, no, I didn't even factor that in. I'm gonna be dead honest with you, bro.
That's
I wasn't
even like, yo, tap him in. I want to see if he's.
I wasn't even thinking on that type of time, man.
When
Listen,
I said, yo,
man.
I want to see if you tapped in with you football. I was talking about the local landscape, not nationally, bro. You probably know more of them national teams than I do. I don't got
but again, I think that way because we were told. Again, me, my son, when he was coming up, we were told
that was stack pushed heavy.
We gotta stop thinking locally, bro. Like locally, everybody think they good locally until they get shown what good really is, and we didn't get shown what good really was until we went out of town, bro.
I'm gonna tell a lot of cats right now. Connecticut nice. Connecticut nice.
Yeah, it's not the same as
international nice. It's not the same thing.
On any level, in high school, on any level, or in any sport.
You ain't gonna get no argument from me on that. I've been saying it, and niggas always coming for me. Like I'm shooting cats' dreams down. I'm just being real with cats.
And this might hurt some of y'all feelings. I don't even think when we come together, we're going to be on their level. I think New England, we're way behind. And I think y'all giving too much credit to how far we behind. It's not a secret on why these top universities and top schools in the nation don't even look our way except to cherry pick maybe one or two. Yep. Even when we do this all-star thing, we can put the best team together in Hartford that you want. Maybe it's 24-6.
Yo, man, our local prep schools, our local prep schools don't even tap in like they really should, bro. Like they let a lot of kids go through the cracks, man. Like it hurts, yo. It pisses me off almost, yo. Like we got schools not even a mile apart, 2 miles apart with dogs, yo. And they let them slip through the cracks, man. I'm like, yo, this is
they don't let them slip through the cracks, Darity.
I mean, some of them can't get in.
You didn't let your son slip through the cracks. No.
Hell no.
But you gotta put. My point is again, there ain't no lazy kids. It's just lazy parents, bro. Like you gotta be on top of that shit, bro. Like you as a parent, and if you got a prospective athlete, you gotta be along every step of the way with him.
I don't know what it means to be a lazy parent, brother. Like that wasn't even in mind.
Watch this. I knew the answer to this. At every game, wasn't you and wifey at the games?
Absolutely, every game, every practice. Boy, you talk about every game.
Households, bro.
I never missed a practice, brother.
2 family households. It matters.
Yeah,
we don't give enough credence to it. Yo, it's 11:30. I gotta make sure.
Yeah, we out of here, man. It was good debating y'all, man. I love y'all dudes, man.
We arguing about at the end of the year.
Hey, yo, one more thing. Hey, Tito, listen. One more thing, Tito. You know, Troll for Truth on YouTube was me, right?
Is that who that was?
Yeah. See, he was agreeing with everything I was saying that day.
But I agree nationally what you were saying. I don't disagree nothing you said nationally. I was talking locally. Listen, nationally, AYF got a lot more, high quality teams. There's nothing I can say. More than I think even YNC, if you want me to be honest. I think AYF topples YNC.
It's an argument. Now they moved the dates, bro. It's crazy now.
They recognized that their teams was going to start going to AYF instead of them. So they
buddy.
And I give them respect that they recognize shit. That these dudes over here, that means more than our tournament. Like, and to me, that ain't no sucker move. That's a smart business move.
I agree.
Damn, I wonder what kids could take 2 weeks off of school and get paid like this. Is crazy.
I don't know, but
anyway,
I'm out of here.
Paid in the morning. Be easy.
Hey,
good podcast,
great discussion, bro.
Good fun podcast.
Boy, PH Press, Mr. Above 140. Y'all gonna argue about this podcast forever.
It's your boy, Coach Career, the General, A60 Army, Big Bell City. Peace.
Big Bell City. Peace. We got a fun-filled show tonight.
I met a boy today.
It's your boy, Coach Career, the General, A60 Army.
She loving my style every time I'm
You ain't need more money, Tito. You could have just invited 6 or 8 you down to Nationals.
I'm around.
When certain people don't get their way or they feel slighted, they feel like they have a right to call us and voice their opinion. You don't.
We locked the
I've never removed a staff to allow a staff to move up.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Now everybody's a personal trainer. We know who the originals are, but now if you look, you can find them in every town.